Let me introduce you to Seth. The name alone makes me tense up. He's the kind of coworker you pray doesn't get assigned to your project, but somehow always does. Picture this, open-plan office, the dull hum of fluorescent lights, keyboards clacking, except at Seth's desk. There, it's just the soft tapping of his phone screen and the occasional yawn. He was always either on his phone, taking a walk, or hiding in the bathroom with some mysterious stomach problem. And when he was around, he was delegating, no, dumping, his work on the rest of us. But for some reason, I became his favorite dumping ground. Skull and Crossbones hashed the emotional setup. It started innocently enough. Hey, mind giving this a quick look? Could you just organize this data for me? Help me out real quick. You're better at this than I am. At first, I didn't mind helping, but it soon became clear. A team Seth wasn't asking for help. He was outsourcing, and I was the fool doing his job for free. There were late nights, weekends lost, skipped lunches, all while Seth rolled in at 10:30 a.m. with an overpriced smoothie and some half-baked excuse about traffic or his dog or some vague family emergency. The worst part, he kept getting away with it. Faced with look of triumph conflict escalation, I complained to my boss a couple of times. I feel like I'm doing Seth's job as well as mine, but somehow, I'd say, Seth always slid out from under the spotlight. Oh, we were collaborating. I just needed quick help, not a full handoff. She volunteered. It was like trying to pin Jell-O to the wall. My boss would smile, nod, and say something like, "Let's all try to communicate better going forward." Translation: shut up and deal with it. Then came the straw that shattered the camel's for a high-value client was due in 2 days. Guess who was supposed to be leading the project? Seth. Can you just polish this off for me? Me. No explanation, no details, just a dump of raw data and a calendar reminder for his meeting with the client. Something in me snapped. I remember staring at the email, my heart pounding. My jaw got an email. I had it. 4:45 smiling face was revenge staring at the ceiling. The words, "He can't keep getting away with this," looped in my brain like a curse. Then, I remembered something. A few weeks earlier, I'd casually asked Seth, "You good with Excel?" He had laughed. "Nah, that program hates me. I just copy and paste." So, when he sent over the latest batch of spreadsheets, I agreed to help him. But I wasn't doing his work this time. I was building a trap, just subtle enough to break the data if you didn't know what to look for. I embedded hidden formulas. Nothing too dramatic. I used white text on white cells, zero width spaces, hidden rows, protected sheets, the works. On the surface, the spreadsheet looked perfect, but try to copy-paste or mess with the formatting, and suddenly, revenue, minus $84,999. Clients, snake error. Totals, nan. It was glorious. Crossed swords # revenge execution. The morning the report was due, Seth strolled in, late, of course, with a smug look on his face and zero stress in his step. Meanwhile, I sipped my coffee. Calm, cool, collected. About an hour later, I heard a cough, then another, then a muffled, "What the?" Seth's chair squeaked as he stood up, clutching his laptop. He marched over to my desk, face pale. "Hey, do you know what's wrong with the spreadsheet? The numbers are all messed up." I looked at him, blinked slowly, and said, "That's weird. It worked fine for me. Maybe it's a glitch." He nodded, panic flashing in his eye, and scurried back to his desk. Then began the show. For the next 3 hours, I watched Seth descend into spreadsheet hell. He tried everything, copying, reformatting, deleting cells, even restarting his computer. But every time he fixed one part, another broke. It was like digital whack-a-mole. Explosion symbol, climactic payoff. Then came the client call. I couldn't hear the exact words, but I heard Seth's voice shaking. I don't know what happened. I'll fix it, I promise." Minutes later, our boss stormed out of his office. "Seth, my office now." It was beautiful. I saw Seth try to explain, to blame the software, even try to throw me under the bus. But this time, my boss wasn't having it. "You were responsible. You dropped the ball. Take the rest of the week off. Without pay." I swear, the entire office went silent. Then someone, no idea who, started slowly clapping. Seth stood there, stunned. His face was red, lips trembling. He looked at me with wide eyes, silently begging for help. I just gave him a sympathetic shrug and went back to my keyboard. Bullseye F. Reflective wrap-up, 12:30 to 12:50. Sometimes, karma needs a little. I didn't scream. I didn't sabotage loudly. I didn't fight dirty. I just let Seth sink under the weight of his own laziness. With a few quiet formulas and a little patience, justice served itself. Cold, calculated, and deeply satisfying. Bullseye G. Outro CTA 12:50 to 13:15. If that revenge hit the sweet spot, smash that like button and tell us in the comments. Have you ever had to outsmart a lazy coworker? Subscribe to Echoes of Revenge for more stories that prove one simple truth. Eventually, everyone pays their dues.